Greetings everyone, and Great here with another Age of Empires 3 replay. Spawn on the south side as the blue French, we have Captain MazZen. Spawn on the north side as the red Spanish of Cbeto. This map is also home to the House of Fanar and to the House of Habsburgs. Both have a big button spawn more units, so it's a good idea to get the stream posts earlier on. Plus, you never know when mounted infantry could be very useful. Can be very useful since they're very rare ranged heavy cavalry. When it comes to decks, neither player selected a deck just yet. Looks like for the Explorer, we have Marie Antoinette. She's probably going to lose her head this game. And we got Cbeto, the Explorer for Cbeto. Looks like a man does get gunned down. The other Plague Doctor charges his way forward to his death. And she will steal their Journal of Os Nova worth 100 experience. Also, we got Pumbaa here. Scrofa, which I'm assuming is the scientific name. A pumpkin slightly nibbled on for 35 food. See. Got Polo, the doggo. He may take gets another stray dog. Taken by 2 gunmans. So killing off the 2 gunmans will give him his dog. Although is now eating the gunman. Gunman is not using gun, that's why he's losing. He should really be equipped with a gun blade if he's going to try to get in the melee. Gunman does go down, and now got another doggo to be obtained. It is Katina. I'm pretty sure as well it is technically a war dog. Yep, 2 out of 5 war dogs. Right out of 2 out of 5. Apples are now being shipped on in. Does have access to Yunkton as well. Let's see, what else is there? We've got Calabros, got the Cavalry Combat, we got the Archaic Combat, Team and Infantry Attack, as well as Archaic Infantry Hit Points, and Cavalry Attack, and Cavalry Hit Points. So got a lot of hand attack, Cavalry Attack. So it's probably going to go for Archaic Cavalry. Spanish Gold, Liberation March. So it's going to be pulling primarily in Age 2 and 3 Spanish, probably not Age 4. French is aging up with the Quartermaster. This is 1v1 natives, so he's going for the natives. I said there's some good natives here to get the free units. This will improve the native warrior hit points and damage, so the free units. I'm assuming the Sacred Band Infantry also classifies native. You know, actually, don't know if Magyar Hussars and Sacred Band Infantry are actually classifies native. Guess we'll find out soon enough. But yeah, this is probably a good native deck. Or native map. Even if these guys are not classified as native, you got some other good natives. Like mounted infantry are really good. And of course over here, we've got the Greeks, the House of Fanar, which does give access to Evazones, another Age 2 Skirmisher, which can always be useful, and the Boyars, a really high attack speed cavalry unit. Another doggo getting gunned down. Getting knocked around a little bit. And he will take his broken wing of Polish Hussar. You monster. He was going to worry than the combat. Ready post going for the Spanish. We'll have both of them up and going. I think doggo's being researched. Akin regime gives you 1 royal embassy. Outpost wagon there. So let's see 1 Age of the Governor. Bringing shim of coins. So it's going to be a fast fortress for the Spanish. Nope. Oh, he's also going for a shim of wood. Pumbaa now be engaged. Oh, one of the dogs may have went down. Nope, two of them on the field. I'm not sure where Cantina is at the moment. Oh, there she is. Now got quite a bit of gold on the field. And we'll seal the famous mosaic for 50 coins, assembled for transport. You have the Greek allies. He also probably should go for the Habsburg allies. Like I said, the mounted infantry are really good. They're effectively ranged lancers. There's the Aurora Musketeers. They do have a powerful charge attack. Compared to regular Musketeers, they have 22 damage as opposed to what, 23 or 24, I forget. So slightly less damage in melee, slightly more health, 160 as opposed to 150, higher defense multipliers, and have that charge attack, which is giving good alpha strike there. They are a little bit more expensive than Musketeers, costing 40 coin rather than 25 coin. Both of Red's dogs go down. We do have H3 now. The Bishop, which should give him what? A free covered wagon, right? As well as make him move diagonally a little bit better. And Royal Musketeers on the field. You can get up to 15. He has 12. No native warriors. These guys are classified as native, right? Yes, and also they cause. Oh no, they actually do cost one population. Probably due to the fact that you employ them out through here. Urban units now cost population when they acquire the Royal Embassy or home city. Got some of the Rodialos. These guys have 20 melee damage. They will beat the Rodialos melee. He should not be retreating back. They have much higher health and 40% melee resist. These guys have 40% melee resist and 135 damage. These guys are just far superior. Rodialos, they're a little bit weak in melee, like pikemen. Crossbow now pulling the field, which are more or less a soft counter than a hard counter against Musketeers. Got now the Native Warrior Combat, very nice. We got the Spanish Gold Shipment, very nice. Now got a round of Skirmishers, be a good counter to the Royal Musketeers. Native Warrior Combat now has been pulling field, give more health and damage. 50%, 50 damage charge tax is quite significant. Skirmishers in not massive numbers at the moment. A couple more Rodialos deploying field. A round of Skirmishers on the build queue. Red should be just fine on defense. Got a round of War Doggos being put on field. Archaic Infantry Combat, which improve hand and foot archers. All hand as well, so does improve things such as all hand infantry at least, which does improve things such as like halberdiers, things of that sort. And Blue actually has obtained the Also, Habsburgs up here. And right now, the mounted infantry are going to be incredibly useful against the skirmishers. Not only they're classified as heavy range cavalry, which will not receive no damage multiplier from skirmishers and crossbowmen. After all, they do less damage versus all cavalry, and since they're not classified as heavy range cavalry, they're not classified as light range cavalry. Don't receive that, but damage multiplier. They are a hard counter to light infantry units, most light infantry units. Used to have the counter skirmisher tag, but I don't believe they have that tag any longer. And they will technically do bonus damage versus Rodialos as well, though they do receive bonus damage from them as well. He's good amount of Second Band infantry on the queue. He will lose this structure. He could try to push forward and ambush spawn with a bunch of Second Band infantry there, but he did not do that. And he had 10 charges there, so it does stack. Now it's down to 6. He's going for the Boyars. I really do think he should have gone for the Habsburg mounted infantry. Because right now his Royal Musketeers are countered by the skirmishers, and that would be a counter to the skirmisher. Got some Everzones on the field as well, which are a skirmisher with high multipliers and good health. Low damage though. There's a Boyar, has 1 attack speed. Another ship available for the Spanish. Guabros could be quite nice against those skirmishers as well. The mounted infantry I don't believe are classified as Lancer. They're just sort of nicknamed as ranged Lancers. Crossbowmen getting ripped apart there by the pistol charge attacks. Boyars charging me forward, Wolf on the Rodialos. Whoa, what the hell? These guys are running around. They did not have access to the Stampede formation. It's only available to the Royal Horsemen and the something else. Alright, now pulling out Townsend over here. Before this goes down, he may want to use this spot here to bring some Magyar Hussars. Evzones and Royal Musketeers firing from the high ground. Got a good number of Boyars. Rodialos is trying to stop them. They are going to take out the Falconets very quickly. They have a plus 25% more fire against artillery, as well as just high attack speed and melee. They're good against artillery, to say the least. Rodialos is getting some good work against them, though. And he could go for ambush spawn of the Magyar Hussars to hit these rest of these units. Sound like a royal embassy has been deployed on the field somewhere. Ah, right there. Go for more royal musketeers.
Merci d'avoir payé ma rançon.
Marie Antoinette has been claimed. It looks like she's going to be building a town center there. Veteran Habsburgs research. We may now go for some mounted infantry. Boyars get ripped apart by those Rodialos. Again, the boyars are somehow just flying in the air for some odd reason. I do not know why. Guess their planet needs them. There's some Rodialos, not Rodialos, Veteran Lancers, which should be very effective for some Royal Musketeers. Well, they do have anti-cavalry multipliers. They're for a heavy for a musketeer unit. It's actually close to halberdier multipliers in damage. Greek Revolution was utilized, getting some Sacred Band infantry, which are classified as Native Warrior. One population as well. He can go for the Regnese March, might as well. You're going to lose this structure either way. He does not. Musketeers that offer stronger groups like state militia. Their damage is not great. Oh, but their attack speed is 2. That must be what makes them stronger. Because attack speed times 2 is massive. More boyars. Now we've got some Royal Dragoons. Wilderness Warfare also being deployed on in. I think I can use Trample there. Yeah, when it comes to Stampede mode, as I mentioned beforehand, which is different than Trample mode, it's a melee mode that attacks while that's able to attack while moving, sort of like Tuck, Tuck, Tuck. And it does... It's available to the Royal Horsemen and to the Harquebuser, I think. French villagers here may go down. They do have a good amount of health. They need to keep on running. Blue side to kill off some of his opponent's villagers as well. Both sides going to lose a good number of villagers. The French have 33 villagers versus 54 of the Spanish. And red casting GG. Well, I guess he thinks it's from easy pickings, but these villagers are French. They still have 33. And he got like one of those villagers, not a whole lot. And his artillery gets overran for free. Red casting GG too soon. He lost all his artillery for free. And he has a lot of anti-cavalry here through the Royal Dragoons and the Royal Musketeers. Royal Dragoons have carbon cavalry attack speed and multipliers, looks like. Looks like Red will lose the fight. Blue has a good core of forces. Royal Dragoons are classified as light range and native. And Blue does actually the decisive victory, and thanks to his stupidly high health villagers, he only lost like 1 or 2 villagers. Not a whole lot. Red, he could have took out some Red's villagers, but falling back taking out his opponent's army was probably the correct call. And now he knows where these villagers are, he can quickly take them out. Royal Dragoons do have a standard light cavalry, does less damage versus villager multiplier. Rodialos, more Dragoons. Got some militiamen there. And Red does pull back his villagers. The Spanish player still has more villagers than opponent. More boyars. 90 population. It's not really... It's always hard to tell. He's one from natives, which means no housing required. And for them, actually no, all those units require housing. After all, since he has Akim Dragoons, Royal Dragoons, 2 population. Royal Musketeers, 1 population. Second Man Infantry also requires 1 population. Royal Dragons are in the cover formation. Sacred Band Infantry, of course, is also a Musketeer variant, which means that it does have a bayonet. Falconets do take some damage there. Lancers do have a ×4 multiplier as Calabros, so they're very good for some infantry, even against Hussars, and they do have no extra range. Falconets versus Falconets. Most of the Falconets will win. One Falconet remaining for red. He does draw a shot there with the other stuff. Falconet gets another shot on in. Militia being pushed on in. Rodial is drawing some damage. Does take out those units. And got some stuff going down here to some boyars. That's going to take time to destroy some stuff. Royal Dragons have really bad siege damage, like most light cavalry. Boyars have 24, which is still not great. Sacred Band Infantry has 28, decent, and the Royal Musketeer does have 25, which is decent. More Rodialos there, but looks like Blue's just confident enough to just kill them all. More Dragoons being pushed on in, very nice. More Rodialo shipment, bringing more Falconets. He's also going for his own mounted infantry, which are heavy range cavalry. So they will receive bonus damage from the Royal Dragoons, but they will be effective versus the infantry unit at range. The base damage is not great, they're more reliant on the multipliers. If you see any deploy on the field, I'll... You know these guys are not veteran at the moment as well, so they have 16 damage. Their ×2's multiplier against infantry. So in comparison to a Musketeer, they have slightly more damage. About 50% more damage than an H2 Musketeer, while costing 50% more than an H2 Musketeer. They're good against infantry, that's simply put, while having pretty good health. But they're only good against infantry, not versus cavalry, which the French player is starting to deploy in Moss. Which he's gone for a mix of native cards and has cavalry combat already shipped on in. So he's double dipping with his cards. Howdy, it's been a while. Okay. No, I actually wish I sort of get a cow. Having a old family cow would be quite nice. Time to go out and get milk. I wouldn't go out too far. Touch grass ball at it. Good volley there from the Falconets. More Royal Dragoons been put on the field. Boyars get cancelled. He can bring in some more Sacred Band Infantry. Greek Revolution's activated once again, which also does improve villager combat, right? Yep, they're up to 22. 2 minutes of Greek Revolution. You also have a saloon here. Hasn't utilized anything from it just yet, nor does the coin to really put into it. 62 villagers versus 45. We do now have the Team French Auxiliaries combat, giving more native damage. It's a pretty powerful card for H2s, or H1 as well. Especially a team card in H1 while it competes with something in H similar to H2. Unteam card. But no Rodialos there, got some mounted infantry. Falling back, let the Rodialos do some work. But once Rodial goes down, Blue can just simply push his way forward. Dragon slowly being peeled apart there. Blue just has simply a massive army at 100 population. 44 versus... Why do you go for so many Falconets? He's fighting against too much cavalry. There weren't this many Falconets. I mean, going for a skirmisher would have been much better since he's fighting against a large amount of light cavalry. Either way, this is Angry saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.